Hi, I'm Dan Ireland, and welcome to Trailers from Hell. And our film today, Experiment in Terror from 1962, directed by the great Blake Edwards. And this is something of a departure for Blake Edwards. He had just come from Breakfast at Tiffany's, and he decided that he was going back to his noir Peter Gunn roots with his taut little thriller. Let's watch. Before you listen to this commentary, you might want to check out the trailer first. It's worth it. This was one of the most original gutsy trailers that was ever released to the theaters. It showed that either the studio knew what they were really doing or they didn't have a hell of an idea how to sell this movie. But the beginning of this film is still one of the best openings to a thriller I've ever seen. I love showing it to friends as an example of how to grab your audience by the throat and hold them captive for a couple of hours. The director Blake Edwards did this right. After his amazing success with Breakfast at Tiffany's, and like Robert Wise doing The Haunting straight after West Side Story's success, Edwards wanted to do a smaller, darker film than his previous one. The evocative, chilling score by Henry Mancini is absolutely one of his best, and it sets the mood of the film instantly as you watch Lee Remick drive across the Golden Gate Bridge and then through Nob Hill and up to her apartment for the awaiting, ensuing Ross Martin, who will be waiting for her in her garage. Lee Remick is wonderful as the victim of the asthmatic psychopath who terrorizes her into stealing $100,000 from the bank she works at as a teller, using the threat of killing both her and her teenage sister if she goes to the police. Glenn Ford, reliable as ever, plays the FBI agent who comes to her rescue, and a very young, very attractive Stephanie Powers plays her kid sister. The real revelation of the film here is Ross Martin, who played Red Lynch, the asthmatic psychotic killer. He makes one of the most memorable villains in a classy thriller. Every time you hear him gasp for a breath, it's guaranteed to send shivers down your spine. This was quite a departure from the usual formula thrillers of its day. This was not a whodunit thriller. There was no subplots here. This was a steely little grab-you-by-your-throat thriller bathed in mood, atmosphere, and with style, and one of Blake Edwards' best films that showed him as a versatile Hollywood director that could deliver on any genre, on any level. And the amazing Lee Remick. What's not to love?